Hello, and thank you for coming to check out my YouTube channel. I haven't done a huge amount of videos in the past, but things are going to change. So the first video I wanted to cover with you was about cabin crew and what are the main reasons why you should become cabin crew. It is an amazing job, no doubt about it. Nothing's ever perfect, and there are a few flaws. For example, the salary isn't always amazing. But there are so many reasons why you should become cabin crew. I've summarised this into 8 main reasons, so I'll talk you through those now. My first reason is because you meet so many new people. Every day you'll be working with different people on board the aircraft. Depending on the size of your base, sometimes you might fly with the same people again, sometimes you might never fly with them again. So you'll meet new people every single day. You'll also meet new customers. So these will be totally different types of people as well. You could be doing a flight to Delhi one day and Mexico City another day. 2 totally different cultures there. So you'll learn so many things. That brings me to my next point. You'll learn so much. You'll learn about different cultures. You'll learn about different ways of life, not only on the aircraft, but also when you travel around. So it's an amazing experience in that regard. You'll also gain so many skills. The cabin crew training program is one of the most comprehensive training programs of all jobs, because it has to be. When you're at 30,000 feet, you have no choice. You know, if somebody's giving birth, you got to deliver that baby. If there's a fire on board, you got to put it out. So there are so many things that you learn as part of your cabin crew training, but also that you learn on the job. So you'll learn lots of new skills. You'll learn to sell things on board the aircraft. You'll develop your customer service skills. You'll do first aid training, aircraft type training, SCP training, all that kind of stuff. So that's another reason why you should definitely work as cabin crew. One of the main reasons and one of the most appealing factors for lots of people is the travel element. So inevitably, you will be travelling when you're working as cabin crew. Some airlines will give you more time down route than others. I know a lot of budget airlines, you'll do lots of there and backs, so you might not necessarily see the destination very much. A lot of the scheduled and charter airlines might give you quite a lot of time down route. So you could be lucky, you could fly to the Maldives and there's not a flight for another week. So you got to stay there. What a shame. Travelling is a big part of being cabin crew. Definitely a reason to go into that career. You also get to stay in some amazing hotels. When I was cabin crew for British Airways, I stayed in hotels that I would never normally be able to afford. So that was a really good experience. Some of the most comfortable beds, the most delicious food at breakfast, just amazing. You get to represent the airline, you get to wear their uniform, and often airlines have really swanky uniforms. They have designers that come in and design them. They put a lot of care and attention into their uniforms. So that's really great. You get to represent them and you get to take pride in your uniform. I mean, when I worked for British Airways, I got to wear a hat. When else would you wear a hat in life unless you're going to a wedding? Very cool. You'll make so many new friends. Probably the people that you meet during your training time will become your best friends. You might end up relocating to be near to the airport, so you might live with some of your colleagues. They're likely to become your friends. You might make friends with customers, with people down route, particularly if you fly to a destination frequently. And there's just endless opportunities to make friends when you're working as cabin crew. So that's another great element and a great reason to be cabin crew. My last point is to really kickstart your career. You can work as cabin crew for many, many years if you want to. You can stay put as cabin crew, or you can work your way up the ladder. You can work towards purser or senior cabin crew members or management, or you could move around within the aviation industry. So lots of people will decide after a while they want to be a bit more grounded, and they might go to work for a ground handling company. Or they might stay within the same airline and work in a different department. They might go over to HR and recruitment, or marketing, or finance. There are often loads of opportunities once you're in the aviation industry to move around, or you can leave aviation entirely because you'll gain so many skills working as cabin crew, and it does look great on your CV that you can take that and you can apply for other jobs elsewhere. So, those are my top 8 reasons to work as cabin crew. If you are looking to apply for a job as cabin crew at the moment, I've got tons of free resources on my website, becomingcabincrew.com. I've also launched a couple of courses that you will find really helpful. I've got my online diploma in Becoming Cabin Crew, which is a full course, which focuses on everything you need to know, really. That's aligned with a lot of the courses you'll see advertised at colleges. So they typically take a year to do, although you're free to work as fast or as slow as you like. I've also got my Cabin Crew Mastery course, which is, my Cabin Crew Assessment Day Mastery course, which is all about the assessment day. So if you have an assessment day booked, I recommend you do that. It's got loads of interactive tasks and activities that are all tailored to help you succeed at your assessment day. So I'll drop the links for those courses and for the website under the video. Hope that's really helpful, and I hope I've given you some inspiration to go out there and get a job as cabin crew.